6th week. And last 3 questions we had to complete today. In 100 MCQs chemistry revision paper, we had done until 65. Right? So we have to discuss the remaining, and I have posted new paper also, Northwestern Province second term paper 2018. First I'll complete 2018 Western Province paper, the essay type questions. So last week we have done half and we'll complete the rest today. Those who have got this, any students or the newcomers, if you have not got this, please send me a request after the class. Most of you, I separately posted that paper. If you have not got this yet, tell me after the class, so send a request. So this is 2018 Western Province essay type questions. So until question number 6 we have done, right? This question we discussed last week about this ionization energy graph, and today we had to discuss question number 7 onwards. 7th one, physics. Even in your oral paper, essay type question number 5 biology, 6 chemistry, 7 physics, and 8 biology and physics combination, and 9 chemistry and physics combination. So according to that structure, they have given this question. Now you can see there's a velocity time graph and displacement time graph. Mostly in the exam they give the question from velocity time graph, but displacement time graph also they can ask, but here they have given both. Okay, let's see the answers now. Actually here I will draw this again because it's 8, 4 and 20. Okay. Otherwise again it's easy to mark because the graph I'll draw it again here, then it's easy. (2018) latecomers, 2018 Western Province second term essays. So they have given 2 graphs. I'll draw the graph here again because then it's easy, otherwise you will not be able to view the question and the graph both together, right? So here they have given a displacement time graph, and 4 and 8. So here it's 4 and here it's 8. So that is in meters, here time in seconds, distance in meters. Then the other graph, object B, they have given velocity time graph. So this is velocity time graph, VT graph, the other one ST graph. S means displacement time graph. So in display velocity time graph, it begins with the initial velocity 20. That's very important. Initial velocity 20 and final velocity 50. 20 to 50 within 3 seconds. 20 to 50 within 3 seconds. Initial velocity 20, final velocity 50, and the time taken 3 seconds. That's what they have given, right? So you got the printout, you can view that one directly. So here 3 seconds. Sorry, 20 and 50. Okay. Here 20 and here 50. Right, now let's see part 1, the answer. Okay, now most of you have joined. So the Sunday morning class, most students get in late, so try to join on time because every day I have to wait about 5-6 minutes until everyone join. Please try to join on time because you're in school, you're at home these days, you have more free time. Now this question, object A and object B. So they have given object A, displacement time graph, object B, velocity time graph. Okay, first question. Who can give the answer for the part 1? A1. Yes. What is the maximum displacement of A? Displacement of object A. Maximum displacement. Yes. Any volunteers? Vinuka?
8 meters.
8 meters. Very good. Part 1 8 meters. Those who have done this, please mark with the red pen the answers. If you have done this, you can mark the answers with red pen. I mean, those who have done this before. 8 meters. So important when you are writing the answer, the units important. Units important. 8 meters. Right. 8 meters. Maximum displacement 8 meters. Calculate the value because directly from the graph, look at the ST graph means displacement time graph. Directly look at the y-axis. No equation, no calculation here. Right. Then next one. Calculate the velocity of A. So velocity of the object A. So how to calculate the velocity of object A? Velocity equal. Yes. Who can give me the answer for this? Sumela. Velocity of object A. Part 2 the answer.
2 ms minus 1.
2 ms minus 1. Very good. How to do it? Velocity equal displacement divided by time. V equals S over T. So the velocity equal 8 meters divided by 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Then you get the final answer. Velocity equal. Sorry, not 2 seconds. 4 seconds. So it's 4 seconds. Time taken 4 seconds. Look at the first graph. Then you get the final answer 2 meters per second. 2 ms minus 1. Right. 2 ms minus 1. Please raise the hand those who got this answer 2 ms minus 1. Part 2 the answer. Those who have done this at home. Those who have done this at home and got this answer with the method. Right. Very good. Then part 3. Describe the motion of the object A. So who can give me the answer for the part 3? Describe the motion of the object A. Yes, any volunteers? Tasuni? Gayoni? Netu?
Uniform velocity.
Yes? Yes. It travels with uniform velocity. It travels with uniform velocity. Okay? It travels with uniform velocity. Right. So check the others also. The answer is uniform velocity. Travels with uniform velocity. Okay, any displacement time graph, if you get a straight line like this, that means what? It's uniform velocity. The next one, number 4, part 4. Who can give me the answer for the part 4? Yes, any volunteers? I'll ask the answer from Ayad. Sujivani?
10 meters per second.
13 meters per second. What is the maximum velocity reached by the object B? Maximum velocity or reached by B? Okay, I'll ask from the Usman. Senuka?
50 meters per second.
50 meters.
50 meters per second.
Correct, yeah. All three are correct. So 50 meters per second. Look at the second graph. Object B, the graph. Maximum velocity, look at y-axis. It's given in meters per second. It's given in meters per second, ms minus 1. So it's 50 meters per second, right? 50 ms minus 1. Write directly the answer here, 50 ms minus 1. That is the maximum velocity. The next question, calculate the acceleration of B using the graph. Oh, okay. Who can give me the answer? Acceleration of B. Look at the graph B, object B, the graph. Yes, any volunteers? I'll ask the answer from Anuk. Vinuka?
10 ms minus 1.
10 ms minus 2.
10 ms minus 2. 10 ms minus 1 or 10 ms minus 2. Anuk can give the other answer. Vinuka. Anuk and Vinuka. So one gave 10 ms minus 1. The other one gave 10 ms minus 2. Okay. So actually the answer is change in velocity 50 minus 20. So what is the change in velocity? 50 minus 20. Change in velocity 50 minus 20. Divided. Okay, I'll write the equation. A equals V minus U over T. A equals V minus U over T. Final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken. So A equals acceleration equal 50 minus 20 divided by time taken will be 3 seconds. So when you simplify this, you get 30 divided by 3. So actually 30 means meters per second and time is seconds. Then you get the final answer 10 ms minus 2. Right? So the final answer 10 ms minus 2. Be careful about the units. If units go wrong, then your answer, final answer, no marks in the exam, especially essay type questions. Right? Okay. Then next part. Part 2. B2. If B travel another 6 seconds, it is going to move another 6 seconds. Right? Object B, second graph. Look at part 2. Towards the same direction using maximum velocity, reach show in the graph. That means with the same maximum velocity, it's going to move. So you have to show that in the graph. I'll draw this answer here. So I will make it how many seconds more? 6 more seconds. 8 more seconds, 6 more seconds moving in the same velocity. Maximum velocity is 15 with the same velocity. So you can extend this line. First I'll mark time here until so here 3 seconds. So I'll make it 9 seconds somewhere here. I put 9 seconds. So until 9 seconds is moving with the same velocity. That means uniform velocity is like this. This is the graph. Please raise the hand those who have done this. Those who have extended this line horizontally until 9 seconds, please raise the hand. Right, very good. Look at the graph B, object B, the graph. So you have to draw this in your answer sheet separately. Right? You have to show that in the same graph B. Right, very good. Part 3, calculate the displacement of the object B within first 3 seconds. How to calculate the displacement of the object B within first 3 seconds? So the part 3, the answer. Who can give me the answer for the part 3? So this one is done on the graph. Part 3, the answer. Any volunteers? I'll ask from Pratibha. Sumela?
105 meters.
105 meters. Ayat, what is the answer you got?
90.
90. Nisula?
150 meters.
150 meters. 105. You get different answers. Vinuka, what is the answer you got? Vinuka, I asked, no? Sujivani? Vimansa?
30 meters.
30 meters. Netu, what is the answer you got? Part 3. B3, the answer.
30 meters.
30 meters. Okay. Actually, to find the displacement within the first 3 seconds, you have to get the area of the graph. You have to get the area of this graph. Look at here. Area of the graph means actually here area of this trapezium. Area of this trapezium. So here you can see displacement travel. Area of the graph. Within first 3 seconds. So how to find the area of the trapezium? 220 plus 50 divided by 2 multiplied by 3. So 220 plus 50 divided by 2 multiplied by 3. That means area of the trapezium. That is how you find the displacement in first 3 seconds. So displacement in first 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Displacement in the first 3 seconds, area of the trapezium. Look at the graph. Any velocity time graph, displacement is equal to the area of the graph, area of the velocity time graph. Then you get 70 divided by 2 multiplied by 3. So 70 divided by 2 is 35. 35 into 3. Then what is the final answer? Final answer will be 105 meters. 105 meters. Right. So actually that is the area of this trapezium. Area of the trapezium. Please raise the hand those who got 105 meters for this. Part 3, the answer 105 meters. How many of you got? 105 meters. Sometimes you might have got the area of this graph. Half into base into height like a triangle. Half into 3 into 30. Half into 3 into 30. Then you get here base 3, height 30. That is area of the triangle. Then you get 15 into 3, 45 meters, no? 15 into 3. 15 into 3 will be 45 meters. That is wrong. So the remember area of the graph means area of the trapezium. Area of the trapezium. There's one more method you can do this. Average velocity into time. So you can find the displacement this way also. Look at the screen, everyone. This graph, okay, graph B, object B, the graph, if you want to find the displacement within the first 3 seconds. Please, I think most of you have not done this properly. I am putting some dots here. So this area you have to get the area of this part. Area of this part you have to get. How to find the area of this part? The other method, you can calculate SC equal average velocity. Average velocity means V plus U, initial velocity plus final velocity, divided by 2 into time taken. Into time taken. So this is the other method. Please, can you please write both the methods? V plus U over 2 into T. What is V plus U over 2 into T? That is the average velocity. This is called average velocity. Please write here, this is called average velocity. How to find the average velocity? Initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. So average velocity equal initial velocity, final velocity 50, initial velocity 20 divided by 2 into time taken will be 3 seconds. Time taken 3 seconds. Then also you get the same answer. Time taken 3 seconds. Then also you get 35 into 3. Okay, please be honest, how many of you got the answer here? 105 meters. B3, the answer 105 meters. Those who have done this at home, I will highlight. This is one method, average velocity into time. This is the other method, area of the trapezium. Area of the trapezium. This one. So I'll highlight both this. Area of the trapezium. Displacement in first 3 seconds equal area of the trapezium or average velocity into time. Okay, very good, those who have done this at home. Others, please write in your short notebook. There are 3 methods of finding the displacement. One method is what? Look at directly. If it is a displacement time graph, you can directly get displacement from y-axis. Okay, write the 3 methods of finding displacement. 3 methods of finding displacement of an object. I put S. S means displacement. Write this. First method, write from ST graph directly. Directly you can get this from ST graph. That is one method. Second method, right? Number 2, you can get the answer from the area of the velocity time graph, area of VT graph. Third method, displacement equal average velocity v plus u over 2 into t, average velocity into time. Is that clear, everyone? So please write what are the 3 methods of calculating the displacement. You can find directly from the graph, directly from ST graph. If it is a ST graph, you can, that's what they have answered here. Look at part 1, maximum displacement. So it's 8 meters. So we didn't do any calculation in part 1, the answer. Look at this question, the part 1. I directly look at this 8 meters displacement time graph, y-axis the value. So that is the answer. No calculation, no equation. Second one, area of the graph. What is the area of which graph? Velocity time graph. And the third one, the same thing, displacement equal average velocity into time. What is average velocity? Final velocity plus initial velocity divided by 2. That is called average velocity. This part is called average velocity. Average velocity into time. Right. Then next one. Last one, part 4. Part 4, the answer. What is the unbalanced force act on the object within first 3 seconds if the mass of object B is 1000 kilogram? Okay. So you have to calculate now how to find the unbalanced force. What is the equation? F equals ma. What is the equation? F equals ma you have to use. F equals ma. So if you use F equals ma, then you need the mass of the object and acceleration. F equals ma. This is the equation. F equals ma. Right. Now we know the mass of the object they have given 1000 kilogram, but we don't know acceleration. So you have to find the acceleration. Did we find the acceleration? Object B, they ask. Object B, the acceleration. How to find the acceleration? Acceleration equal final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken. So we didn't calculate the acceleration. Yeah, we have done. Object B acceleration 10 meters per square second. Here we found the acceleration 10 meters per square second. This one 10 meters per square second. So you can get that here. You can apply that acceleration here to this one. Acceleration is 10 ms minus 2. So what is the force then? F equals ma 1000 into 10, 10,000 Newton. 10,000 Newton. Please raise the hand those who got 10,000 Newton using this equation F equals ma for the part for the answer. How many of you got 10,000 Newton? F equals ma for the last part, the answer. Graph B, F equals ma, mass given 1000, acceleration we have done under part B1 we have done the acceleration. Right, very good. B1 we have done the acceleration, we found separately. That acceleration you can put here. Remember, most of the calculations in physics, questions, you need to remember those equations. When they give data, the equation should come to your head. So this is the physics part A and B, physics part A and B, Western Price second term paper. So this Western Price second term paper, newcomers. So some students recently joined the class. So if I think I have posted them separately the previous paper. So if not, you can make a request after the class. So I will erase the screen now. Anyone still copying down the latecomers? The answers? Right. I'll erase the screen now. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Part C. Part C I'll discuss later. It's not that important. Question number 8, reproduction. Reproduction lesson, actually we haven't done it. This is unit 15. I'll come to this after reproduction lesson. Now we are doing unit 13. Unit 13 classification lesson we are doing. This is unit 14. Grade 10 unit 14. So in the theory class we haven't done. Therefore I'll discuss this later. Right. Then next one, question number 9. 9A physics, 9B chemistry. So let's start 9 A and B. 9. Question number 9. Look at the screen, everyone. Ninth question. Western Prize 2018 second term. Right. Okay. Who can give me the answer for the part 1? It is given in the textbook also. Right. I'll ask the answer from Misula. Part 1, the answer is
Carbon.
carbon. Sumaila, what is the element used for the part 1?
Sodium.
Sodium. Carbon. Any other volunteers? Any other answer other than that? Ayat, what is the answer?
Sodium.
Sodium, yeah. It's there. I'll show you. It's there in your textbook. Yeah, look at this third lesson. If you want, you can write near the answers or near this question, you can write grade 10 part 1 textbook. Grade 10 textbook part 1. Chapter 3. What is chapter 3? Matter. That means configuration. Give me a second. This is grade 10 textbook. Right. Okay, this one. Can you see here under the uses of sodium? They have given this page number. I'll show you the page also. Grade 10 textbook part 1 chapter 3. Metals, non-metals and metalloids. Can you see here? Uses of sodium. Properties, chemical properties, physical properties and uses of sodium. Under the uses of sodium they have given this. Can you see here the uses of sodium? Page number 67 grade 10 textbook. Page number 67. 67. Under uses of sodium. Can you see extraction of titanium and zirconium from their compounds? Those who couldn't find the answer, right? Textbook page number 67. Yeah, titanium and zirconium extraction. What is the metal use? Sodium. Therefore, at least 1 or 2 uses of sodium you have to remember. They can ask either MCQs or structured essay type questions. Right. Sodium is a very reactive metal, but there are uses. Now let's move back to the previous question again, the paper. So what is the answer now? Most of you all gave the answer, correct answer. Answer is sodium. So Mel and I gave the correct answer. I'll write here sodium. Sodium is the answer. Sodium. Right. Then next one. Part 2. Who can give me the answer? Part 2. It is used in making alloys that important for producing aircraft. What is used? Yes. Alloys for producing aircraft. Yes. Senuka? Yes.
Magnesium.
Magnesium.
Yeah.
Magnesium, sir.
Very good. Answer magnesium. So this is called directly the knowledge based questions. Directly we call this knowledge based magnesium. So say done it very good. You can check because they are, remember students, now in your textbook they haven't given all these lessons. I mean, okay, I'll give one example now. All this they haven't given. I mean, in the textbook, no need to memorize all the metals and non-metals. You don't need to memorize the uses. Only out of the metals, what are the two metals they have given? What? Sodium and magnesium you should know it in detail. Out of the metals, what are the two metals you should know? Sodium and magnesium you should know it in detail. There are more than 80 metals in the periodic table. Only magnesium and sodium. So they have given a diagram of magnesium and sodium also here. Here sodium, they have given a image in your textbook. Silvery gray soft metal like cheese, you can cut. And magnesium available in the form of ribbons in your school laboratory, that also malleable. It is bit more hard than sodium, but we don't store that inside oil, mineral oil. Which metal is stored in mineral oil? That is sodium, or inside paraffin. So only those two. The non-metals, you should know how many non-metals. Only these three: nitrogen non-metal, and sulfur and carbon. Nitrogen, sulfur, carbon. Nitrogen, sulfur, carbon. Only these three non-metals and two metals. So no, they are not asking about all the metals and non-metals. But if you want, you can I gave a website, I think, earlier. I don't know how many of you newcomers. Is ACS, Australian Society of RSC, Royal Society of Chemistry, rsc.org. If you go to this website, you can get a periodic table, any information. RSC. Okay, if you want, you can copy down this website. It's no need to download, no need to install. It's online. rsc.org periodic table. www.rsc.org periodic table. So we call it Royal Society of Chemistry periodic table. And there's one more website. You can take IUPAC periodic table. In your IUPAC periodic table. Right. So my advice now from the beginning, if you are interested in chemistry, anyway now you are doing all three in biology, chemistry, physics. Biology also you can have human biology and zoology, botany, like that. So one day you get specialized in one of these. So for A level, so you can drop all the subjects and select science subjects, or maths, or IT, or technology, or arts, or commerce. Say out of the 6 areas in A level, local A level, 4 streams originated from what? Basic science. So you need the O-level science knowledge to do 4 streams in A level. Technology, you need O-level science, good understanding. Technology, in technology also there are 2 branches: engineering technology and biotechnology. And second one option, the A level IT. You need physics, maths, and IT. So you can't do only IT. Only IT is useless. For what? I mean, IT plus accounting, then is useful. So then the third option, bioscience. So if you want to become a doctor, vet, or nurse, or physiotherapy, or pharmacist, or whatever, you need bioscience. Then physical science, engineering, physical science, like that. All these O-level science. Remember, maths, only one subject. If you are doing A-level bioscience, 2 subjects come from science. A-level science. Most students, they don't know. They think they know. They tell, so I like maths, but I don't like science. So then no use. Only maths useless. You can do higher maths, and but anyway you have to select one more subject, right? So therefore, my advice now after O level, from O level itself, from grade 10. No, yes, O level means grade 10. So from grade 10 onwards, you should know about those things. Otherwise, one day you will ask from the others, what should I do now? I got 9s. What should I do? Some students, they ask from the others. So don't do it. You have to be focused. You should be focused. So example, now I told you now what? There are 4 streams A level come from science subjects. 4 streams. What? Technology, then IT, then bioscience, and physical science. Other than that, you have only the 2 subjects separately. You can do commerce and arts. A level commerce and A level arts. So that one you don't need much science. So all these 4 streams originated from O level science. You need good understanding about O level science. The tech also, there are 2 branches: engineering and biotech. And engineering tech. So most of the students now, instead of doing arts and commerce, they are doing biotech and engineering tech, right? Then IT. So IT also you need physics, maths, and IT. You can't do only IT. These are the 3 subjects you have to select. Bioscience, you have to select biology, chemistry, physics. Now you will understand the importance of O-level science paper. O-level science, not the exam. O-level science, good to understand. Then physical science, you need what? Again, maths, combined maths, chemistry and physics. If you want, you can copy down, because some of you are planning to do A level science streams, so then chemistry and physics. Right. Now you can see all four areas. Actually, altogether it becomes 6 areas because biotech and engineering also there. Altogether 6 areas you have. I mean, your oral science matters. You can see most of these areas. You can see physics. If you're doing A-level IT, physics you need. If you're doing A-level bioscience, physics compulsory. If you're doing A-level physical science, physics compulsory. Right. And if you are going to do A-level bioscience, chemistry you need. Chemistry you need. Either you are doing max. A-level max means physical science. A-level max means physical science. And A-level bioscience, both you need chemistry and physics compulsory. You cannot become a doctor without chemistry and physics. A-level. You can select agri instead of physics. You can drop, if you don't like physics, you can drop physics and you can do agri. Then you can't enter medical faculty, right? So from bioscience there are so many, again there are so many branches. From bioscience you can have medicine, vet, dental, like there are so many vast areas. Medicine, dental, veterinary science. Then you can, there are so many branches bioscience. Then you can do pharmacy. Then you can do physiotherapy, and then you can do nursing. Even you can do, there's a degree now, nursing, like that. Now chemistry, like there are so many branches, so there are so many options. Physical science max, you can do chemical engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, electronics, mechatronics, like that. So there are so many branches. So therefore now the main requirement, you should get good results for your oral science paper. You have to get A and max A, and if possible IT A. But if you get 3 A's for these 3 subjects, IT, max and science, then superb. Even I don't mind even all the other subjects if you are getting S passes. But I am not telling you should target 9 A's, but I am telling no point of getting 9 A's except these 3: oral science, max and IT. If you are doing IT, if you are doing IT, try it's A for pass for IT also a bit important, and max and science. And if you are doing English lit, then it's important for you are doing A-level arts, the languages. So then very easy to enter university, right? If you are doing A-level art subject, don't select this normal. You everyone everyone is doing, so you can do German, French, English literature. So those subjects, then it's very easy to enter university from the art stream. Remember now, even though there are 6 branch areas A-level, from A-level from the science subjects, but unfortunately nearly 30 to 40% of the students, maximum around 40%, doing all these 6 areas. So 60% selecting A-level commerce and arts. So that is the problem. Now government is planning to shift this to make science related A-level 60, and commerce arts to reduce up to 30. That is a plan of the Ministry, Education Ministry also, next few years. So that's why they have introduced this technology subject also. Technology subject also, you need chemistry, physics, biology, all 3. You need chemistry, you need physics, and you need biology. All 3 required for biotechnology. Engineer technology, you need little bit of maths also. So therefore that's why I am telling, don't limit only to the textbook note, fully exam oriented. Yes, but you will get 9 A's, but A-level then 3 simple passes. Why? You just memorize the O-level science, so this one, and somehow you are trying to get or copy or what, somehow you can get the results, but no point. You will not, you should know the subject well. So if you want to perform well in your A-level. Okay, so now I'll give one example. No one is asking from me O-level results now. Why? No one is asking even from me A-level results now. Now they're asking, okay, what is the degree you have, from which university? So that's what they ask. No one is asking from me O-level and A-level results, because I have so many degrees now, right? I have so many degrees. So they ask from which university you got. Therefore, after A-level, target the best university in Sri Lanka. Though you have to be well focused all these areas. You should know, okay, I am doing medicine. What is the best university for medicine? Colombo University. What is the best university for bioscience? Colombo University. What is the best university for engineering? Moratuwa. What is the university for the vet and dental? Like that. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Okay, if you are going to do, you have to check the world ranking, university ranking. What are the top 3 universities in Sri Lanka, like that. Okay, so world South Asia. So in Sri Lanka, number 1 Colombo University every year. So that is ranking 1 in Sri Lanka. Right? not the other universities. All the other universities after that. So if you take even Colombo University, South Asian, like not within the first 10, right? Not within the first 10. So therefore, university world ranking is very important. If you are going to do a foreign degree, you have to check, okay, LLB London, like that. Okay, so law, the London, University of London, like that. There are University of Oxford, University of Cambridge. So all these you have to check the top world ranking. So if you take University of Singapore and then Tokyo University, that's Japan. So like that. If foreign degree also, if you have to check in the world ranking last few years, so what are the top universities in the world? That matters. After getting the degree, they ask from which university did you get the degree. So then in the interview, everyone is having the same degree but from different universities. Okay, that's why I'm telling this. Now after A-level results, so imagine you have only A-level results, now you are going for an interview to get a job. So then what? All are having 9 years. Imagine all level 9 years. Now you want to start a career. So what happened now? Now next selection they will ask what is your school. They ask what is your school. Right? In the panel also, if there are past pupils from that school, then there will be a favoritism. Understood? Therefore, now they don't ask the school, and now that also matters. But anyway, if you get a degree, then no problem. No one is going to ask you all the results. Right? So even if you get 3 A's and 6 A's passes, no problem. If you get a degree, first class degree, and you will get a full scholarship to USA or any other country to do your PhD, right? So therefore you have to be focused. That's what I am telling. So therefore this teaching not only to pass all our science paper. So there are students those who are targeting higher studies from these areas. So therefore this extra knowledge is very, very important, right? So therefore it's a waste of time this during the online class. So this is important because some teachers they don't tell this, but I don't have time to tell everything, but with from time to time I'll tell, because it's career guidance. So in Sri Lanka, no career guidance to the students. Okay, what are the top jobs in by 2030? You have to do research and check this. What are the top jobs? Which areas get become more demanding fields of studies in the future? So you have to check these things. That's why I told this website. So what is this? So our Royal Society of Chemistry website, periodic table. You can get familiar. So it's like just looking at the periodic table in the textbook is boring, right? Okay, if you want, I'll show you now. You can take a screenshot if you want, right? Okay, until that, then what is the answer for that? Until I upload this the URL. So what is used for making transistors, diodes, and solar cells? What is the answer? Which element is used? Who can give me the answer for the part 3? I'll ask the answer from Mariam.
Silicon.
Yeah, very good. Silicon. So this is also very interesting. Silicon, please write here. Silicon is the answer. Right. Silicon, very important. Sometimes you might not believe this. Silicon is the second most abundant metal in the earth crust. Please put an arrow towards silicon, right? Silicon is the second most abundant element in the earth crust. What is silicon? The second most abundant element in the earth crust. Right. Second most abundant element in the earth crust. Please write. Please put an arrow towards silicon, right? Second most abundant element in the earth crust. Second most abundant element in the earth crust, not in the entire universe. Element in the earth crust. If you want to check in the universe, what is the most abundant element? So hydrogen and helium, the two most abundant. Second most abundant element in the earth crust will be silicon. Who can tell me the most abundant element in the earth crust? Now this is silicon is the second highest percentage in the earth crust. Which element? So I'll ask the answer from Pratibha, Mariam, Nisula.
Aluminium.
Aluminium. Ayat, what is the most abundant element in the earth crust?
Oxygen.
Very good. Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Yes, very good. Okay, can you all please write in a short notebook? Chemistry short notebooks, right? Silicon is, okay, oxygen highest in the earth crust. Highest in the earth crust, not in the universe. Silicon is the second highest. Silicon is the second highest. So that is the others you can write, but these two at least you should know. Okay, silicon highest percentage in the earth crust, and second highest, the highest oxygen. Why? Because everywhere silicon dioxide, sand. What is the chemical formula of sand? Silica, silicon dioxide. So even this pure silicon extracted from sand, silicon dioxide is used to extract silica. If you take silica means silicon dioxide or silica is used to extract pure silicon extracted from silicon dioxide. So this pure silicon is used to make computers, solar cells. There are a lot of silicon is very valuable raw material, but even though the silicon is everywhere, as silicon dioxide, pure silicon you can't get, you have to extract that. This is very expensive. Obtaining pure silicon from silica or sand, is that method is expensive. That's why solar cells are expensive. That's why computers and all these electronic devices are a bit expensive. One day if they find a cheap method of getting silicon from silica, silicon dioxide is available in abundance, but the problem is availability of pure silicon. Right, now my next question, that is out of all the elements, out of all the metals, which metal has the highest percentage in the earth crust? What is the metal which has highest percentage in the earth crust? There are more than 80 metals in the periodic table. Yes, which metal? Answer is, okay, I'll ask the answer. What is the metal which has highest percentage in the earth crust? Sumaila?
Potassium.
Potassium. Sujivani?
Aluminium.
Yes, very good. Answer is aluminium. Please write everyone. Most abundance metal in the earth crust, aluminium. Highest percentage. Second highest, right? Yeah, what is the second highest, the second most abundance metal in the earth crust? After aluminium, what is the next one? Highest percentage in the earth crust. Sujivani? Sumaila? What is the
Carbon.
I'm asking the metal. Carbon is a non.
Silicon.
Silicon is not a metal. I am asking out of the metals, second highest. Out of the elements, second highest, silicon. Okay. Out of all, don't mix up this in the Excel. When you're writing this, don't mix up this. Out of all the elements, second highest, silicon. True. But out of all the metals, I am asking, not out of the elements. Out of the metals, what is the second highest?
Magnesium.
Dasuni?
Iron.
Very good. Answer is iron. Okay, so these are very basic. Now this you should know. Can you all please write? Please write, out of all the metals available in the earth crust, highest percentage aluminium. Are you all writing? Highest percentage aluminium. Second highest, right, iron, yakad. Then write, out of all the elements, highest silicon. Oxygen. In your body also, what is the most abundant element in our body? Okay, I'll give a table. I think that is the best thing to do. I will ask. Okay, fungicide. This thing I'll come back to this. Look at the screen here. Okay, I'll make a table like this. You can quickly copy down this summary of this table because you will not learn this from anywhere again. Look at the screen. Look at this table. Right. So I'll tell highest percentage. Or you can write most abundance. And then second highest. Or second most abundance. Right. So number one, I'll write highest percentage out of elements. Out of all the elements. Out of elements, highest percentage oxygen. In the earth crust. This is in the earth crust. I'll write here in the earth crust. I'll put one more box above and then it's clear. Otherwise, it can be in the universe. Okay, I'll write here earth crust. In the earth crust, right? In the earth crust, highest percent. You can make a small table like this. Then it's useful because you will not learn this again in the textbook. Earth crust, highest percentage oxygen. Second highest percentage, right? Silicon. Then out of the metals, out of the metals, out of all the metals, highest percentage in the earth crust will be aluminium. Second highest iron, Fe. Fe. F capital, F. Iron. Yakada. Now wonder what are the two most used metals in our day-to-day life? What are the two most widely used metals in our day-to-day life? If you take vehicles, computer, like building construction, what is the metal use? Train, flyover, right? Vehicles. What is the metal use?
Iron and aluminium.
Iron and aluminium. Iron also, there are different also. If you take the surgery, doctors, so then the scissors, blades, all what stainless steel. If you go to the kitchen, gas cooker, pots and everything, so without metals, there are no mobile devices, there are no electronic devices in this world. Without metals, no electronic devices in this world. Can you make a mobile phone only from clay and plastic and rubber? Can't. Wood? Can't. Can you make a vehicle only from plastic, wood, rubber, clay? Can't. You need metals. Without metals, no vehicles in the world, no electronic and electrical items, no electricity even without metals in this world. So therefore, metal extraction come from chemistry. Metal extraction come from chemistry. It is a chemical industry. Iron extraction you learn in grade 11, grade 10. You will learn in this year chapter 16 you will learn iron extraction. Aluminium extraction you will learn in A level, right? So this extraction, these two metals extraction also you learn in detail. In your grade 10 syllabus you will learn iron extraction using blast furnace separately, because there's a benefit of knowing this one. Because metal, gold, silver, platinum, no need to extract, they are freely available because they are less reactive. Silver, gold, platinum, jewelries, they don't react much with the others, though they are available in the free form or uncombined form, very easy to extract. Physically you can separate the sand and the other impurities and get it, but these ones you can't dig the earth and get aluminium rod, you can't dig the earth and get iron rod. Iron is available in the form of compound, silicon is available in the form of silicon dioxide. Even though I wrote here silicon is pure, silicon is very difficult, so iron is available in the form of iron oxide, hematite, right? Aluminium is available in the form of aluminium oxide, right? Oxygen is available in the form of again silicon dioxide. There are different forms, silica, sand, minerals, right? Okay, so therefore there are different forms, they exist in the earth crust, not in the pure form, right? Even oxygen you breathe, not oxygen atom, you will die if you breathe oxygen atoms. It will oxidize your cells. We breathe O2, right? O is atom unstable, atom combined to form molecules. So these things you should know, right? Now if you take human body, human body also you should know. Human body also you should know the most abundance element. What is the most abundance element in the human body? Who can tell me? Grade 10 chapter 1. Grade 10 chapter 1 at the beginning they have given a percentage also. What is the most abundance element in the human body? Human body, what is the most abundance element? Who can tell me? Sanuka?
Oxygen, sir.
Yeah, very good. Oxygen. Okay, add this to the same table. Add human body oxygen. Why? Carbohydrate oxygen present, lipid oxygen present, cellulose oxygen present, protein oxygen present, nucleic acid, DNA, RNA oxygen present. Right? Oxygen is the highest percentage by mass in the human body. What is the second highest in the human body? After oxygen, what is the next highest element in the human body? Nisula, what is the second highest?
Carbon.
Very good, carbon, right? Carbon. If you take carbon, hydrogen, oxide, any organic compound contain carbon. Any organic compound contain carbon. Okay, this table will be a bit important because you learn this in different places. Human body, the most abundant one, you learn in biology, right? Metals you learn in separate lessons, you learn this elements separately, like, but I gave all in one table, right? Okay. Please copy down this. If you are done, please tell me. Please copy down this table, or else take a screenshot. Hurry up. Now I will show you the period. Okay. Shall I raise this screen? Anyone still copying down this? Anyone still copying down this? Shall I erase this? Vimansa, are you copying down this? Dulaj? Okay. Hurry up because I have to move back to the previous one. When you are done, please lower your hand. Okay. Dulaj? Right. Now I will erase this. Now I will show you this periodic table. Can you see this periodic table? What is this? RSC periodic table. What is this called? Royal Society of Chemistry periodic table. Right. This periodic table, there are 18 groups. There are 18 groups. If you check group 1, you can see group 1, they will indicate only group 1. If you put here number 2, if you click on 2, then they will show only the group 2 metals, group 3 metals, group like that they will. Okay, so if you take group 18, the last group, what are these? Noble gases, like that. Therefore you can easily identify any element, whether it's a metal or non-metal. You can check whether it's a metal or non-metal. You can check if you increase the temperature here, if you adjust the temperature, even you can okay, 25 degrees Celsius. Look at the screen now. 25 degrees Celsius. All the green ones gases. Right? Green ones gases. You can check whether they are solid, liquid, or gas. If you take the blue ones, liquid. Right? Then light blue one, solid. So tell me now in your short notebook, right? Most of the elements, how many elements has been discovered so far? 118 elements discovered so far. Can you please write in your short notebook? 118 elements discovered so far. Most of them metals. Most are metals. Are you writing now? You can get MCQs in the oral paper from this. Most of the elements in the long form of the periodic table, metals. Out of that also they are found leftmost side. In the periodic table they are found leftmost side. Please copy down the short note. You can see here all this pale blue background, you get most of them black symbols metals. All these black symbols metals except few. Then next one, if you want to, I will click on metal. Okay, no need to worry, no need to count. I will click on this classification metal. Now metals. Now can you see the screen clearly, right? Metals. So majority of them are metals now. Okay, I'll click on non-metals. Okay, are you writing now? Did you write? First write metals are found leftmost side. Here rightmost side now it's not highlighted. Now I'll click on non-metals now. Non-metals fair. Here only these few non-metals. See, this is online. No need to download this website or any app. No, you cannot it out online. You can just search in the internet, Google Royal Society of Chemistry periodic table. Then you can, this itself enough to get more information about the periodic table. Is reliable source. But everything that you search in the internet not reliable. There can be a lot of fake news also. They are like, so some websites not reliable. So then when you if you want, imagine if you get an assignment or something from the school, from the teacher assignment, then you can refer this website and you can write reference Royal Society of Chemistry website. You can write the URL rsc.org periodic table. There you can put the reference. Otherwise you can't publish that as your own findings. That is violent copyrights and all. That is plagiarism, right? So again, what metals leftmost side, and most of the metals in the periodic table, most of the elements are metals, nearly 88 metals, and second highest non-metals, right? Then there are blocks also. If you click on this, that is S block. Here this is S block, 2 groups. P block, 6 groups. There are 18 groups in a long form. Then D block, this much. Then at the bottom there are 4 blocks also. Here blocks, classification, metal, non-metal. Then lanthanide, actinide. Then group you can tell separately. Then visual real images of elements you can get here like this. Very kind of interesting website here. Only about periodic table you can become expert. If you go back to say I will put here gold. So if I put here gold, you can see what they put the atomic number here, atomic number 79, and relative atomic mass discovered by, they have not put a group, period, block, atomic number, whether it's a solid, liquid or gas, any isotope. So configurations, there's so many information, history about gold, right, properties and uses about gold, so many things they have put. Then they have given videos about gold, right, like that. You can play this video. So now there are so many sources. Now in the now A level, London A level and London O level, they give the periodic table with the paper. Now local they never give this. Only A level local A level chemistry they give the periodic table with the A level chemistry paper. But all of science paper they don't give the periodic table. But in the future I think they will give this to everyone. Why? Now you don't need to memorize the data. Data you should know the source. Which source of the data? Source you should remember. Here the source here, Royal Society of Chemistry. So fingertips. 1 second. When you click on this, you will get everything. So why are you sharing your memory power for unnecessary data if it is freely available at any time? So now you should train your brain for analysis of data. Data analysis. Data scientists. You might not believe there's a group of scientists called data scientists. Data scientists. So they know how they are good in statistics, Sankhya. Right? So therefore, any element if you want, I can press sodium here, right? Sodium, I can check everything about sodium, history and who discovered this and everything, appearance, natural abundance, like that. So very important. Any element, you can click on the element, you can get more information about that element. Here silicon, right? Silicon. Okay, so I think now I told you now what is this. No need to download, no need to pay, no need to register, no need to sign in. You can just click on this. So this is called silica. I told you silica, this oxide, silicon dioxide. Here can you see here what I explain now? Most abundance element, oxygen is first here. What I told? Highest percentage oxygen, then second highest this one. Second most abundance. Here second most abundance element. Can you see here? And first one is oxygen. So it's, you can tell so if someone asks teacher, how do you know? You can tell I got things from a reliable source, the data. You understand the importance. Therefore, don't limit only the textbook and the teacher. Don't limit now only to the to learn the subject. Don't limit only to the textbook. You should know more than the others when you are doing your A level. If you are doing science subjects, even all level science, you should know better than the others. If you are coming the tuition classes, if you are going for tuition, if you are joining online classes, you should know better than the others, even better than your teacher. Otherwise, no point of spending money on tuition just to memorize the textbook, right? Understood? Right. Now there's one more thing. If you want to guys search this also, I'll give one more. If you search what is called IUPAC periodic table, that is the second reliable one. IUPAC. What is IUPAC? International Union of Pure and Applied Chemists. IUPAC periodic table. Here, if you search IUPAC periodic table, IUPAC.org. IUPAC.org. So this is called International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. This is also a very reliable website. You can find any information about elements. So these are the updated one. So this is the most updated one. So here also you can see atomic number, name and everything, right? If you only can download it, right? No problem. Here you can download it. Right. So what are the two periodic table you can get learn about you if now without periodic table you can't do chemistry. That is the alphabet of chemistry. Before you learn English, you have to learn the English alphabet, ne? Right? You have to learn the English alphabet. Like that, before you learn chemistry, you should know the periodic table. Right. So here the 118 element here also they have mentioned 118 elements. Right. Okay. So this is the modern periodic table. Modern periodic table. Right. So there are journals and everything. So now I don't have time to tell everything here. You go and search. Right? There are temporary names and symbols. They have criteria for new element discovery. See, isn't it interesting how new elements getting discovered? How the what is the criteria? They have given all this. Right? You can download the PDF. If you want, I'll post you a WhatsApp this one. You can download the periodic table also, PDF, right? So therefore, please use this. I will send you a WhatsApp. If you want, you can download it from this way source. I told you the source name, right? Okay. Let's move back to the. So this is also part of education, right? Online platform, because now English medium students they have more benefit than the others. Why? Because they know all the English terms, ne? Then they can easily search anything in the internet. Some Sinhala medium students they can't, because you can't type that in Sinhala. Avartita Vaguva. So how to type in Sinhala? You will not get much hits from the Google if you, right. So if you have to type this English. That's why even in the Sinhala medium book they give the English term. There must be a reason for this. If you take even this one, any Sinhala medium book or English medium book, can you see here at the end of, have you ever, I don't know whether you have here, can you see here they have given all the technical terms here at the end of the lesson. Periodic table, right? It's like that. So I mean, you should know Sinhala medium. I mean, English medium students know it, but anyway, it's useful for the English medium Sinhala medium students. Sinhala medium students they can't search in the internet. They will find the Sinhala ones, but English they have to type periodic table. So then it's important for them the technical term, right? Okay, let's move back to the paper again. What are the two websites? IUPAC.org website and Royal Society of Chemistry website. Even you can tell this your school teachers. Some of the teachers they don't know even RSC and Royal Society of Chemistry.org and IUPAC. IUPAC. There's an international organization called IUPAC, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. IUPAC.org periodic table, right? Okay. So one of these you can use if you want to. So when you have free time, leisurely you can research on these two websites, right? In the future also it will be useful when you are doing A-level chemistry, or then it will be very useful, right? Now back to this one. There are biology and physics also. With time I'll tell the others also, right? Let's move back to this question. Now we discuss up to this one. I started with this silicon thing. Silicon came to my mind because silicon is the very important, because you get your mobile phone, the chip, right, the SIM card, all these are transistors, diodes, computers, electronics, all come from silicon. Raw material, even solar cells, silicon raw material. Even though it's available, it's not available in free form. That's why, right? Then next one, fungicides. Who can give me the answer for the part 4? Yes. Fungicide, what is this element used? I'll ask the answer from Mariam.
Sulfur.
Yeah, very good. Answer is sulfur. So I'll put the letter symbol only. I think they have given here the name, so I'll write the name. If they have given the name, then you have to write the name. But anyway, you can write the symbol also, no problem. Now sulfur also, there's a problem now. Some countries they use sulfur SLPHUR. Okay, SLPHUR. But now the latest one is this SULFUR. Okay, so both are accepted, but in Sri Lanka we use this one. But A-level syllabus now they have changed this. Sulfur they use this spelling, but the most correct one is this, right? Okay, sulfur. In the other countries they use this one, USA and all. Both are accepted. Anyway, both are not wrong, right? Then next one, number. Okay, sulfur. I tell the answer part 4. Next one, who can give me the answer part 5? Part 5. It is used to fill electric bulbs and thermometers. To fill electric bulbs and thermometers. Yes. Answer I'll ask from Talal.
Mercury.
Mercury. Mercury is not given in the list, Talal. Talal, this mercury is not given in this list. So they have given sodium, nitrogen, magnesium, oxygen, carbon, silicon. Right? Yeah, thermometers contain mercury, but they asking, but actually not mercury is present in thermometers, true, but electric bulbs no mercury. For no filament bulb no mercury. CFL contain mercury, but mercury is not given. Yes, out of the symbols given, elements given, you have to select the answer. I'll ask the answer from someone. The same set of students raising the hand. Vinuka.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen. Yes, answer is nitrogen. Very good. Answer is nitrogen. How come nitrogen? Remember, nitrogen is available. Actually, nitrogen, not the pure nitrogen. Huh? Nitrogen element. Right? Nitrogen element. I mean, nitrogen gas. Nitrogen, nitrogen in which form it is filled here? Nitrogen in the form of N2 gas. N2 gas. N2 gas is used to fill the lamps. Right? Why nitrogen gas is used to fill electric bulbs? Nitrogen N2, there's a triple bond. There's a triple bond between nitrogen atoms. There's a triple bond between nitrogen atoms. So when there's a triple bond, if you only can draw this, when there's a triple bond, it is very strong. Triple bond is strong. Triple bond is very strong, difficult to break. Triple bond is strong, therefore it's less reactive. So therefore nitrogen gas is less reactive. Nitrogen is less reactive. What is the most abundant gas in the atmosphere? Nitrogen. What is the nitrogen percentage in the atmosphere? 78% nitrogen in the atmosphere. So that is the most abundant gas in the atmosphere. Have you seen sometimes the petrol, the tire shops and the fuel filling stations or the petrol shed also, they put nitrogen gas available. Now drivers, modern new vehicles, luxury vehicles, these tubeless tires, what are they called? Tubeless tires, they fill nitrogen gas. Nitrogen gas. They pump. It's a bit more expensive than about 200 rupees to refill all. Now first time if you are filling, it costs about 50 rupees per tire. If you are filling nitrogen gas into your vehicle, tubeless tires, because it's long lasting, the tire pressure will not drop within few weeks, and its vehicle become light in weight. The nitrogen is lighter. What is the nitrogen gas? The relative molecular mass. So it's 28. And if you take carbon dioxide, is 44, oxygen 32. What is this called? Relative molecular mass. Then what is the other gas? Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide 44. RAM you have to if you get the total. So nitrogen 28. Nitrogen is lighter than the atmospheric air. That's why the fuel consumption drop, because the vehicle become light in weight. I mean the tires, it's become lighter, not heavier. If you pump normal air, it's become heavier. So I'm telling you the application, rather than just memorizing the relative molecular mass, rather than just memorizing this data 78%, you should know application of the relative molecular mass, application of 78%. Therefore to fill tires, nitrogen, they get nitrogen from the atmosphere by fractional distillation, or there are some different methods. Fractional distillation they use, chemical method. Then oxygen and nitrogen, the heavier, nitrogen is light in weight, therefore fuel consumption drop, because when you pump a heavier gas, fuel consumption increase. So if then you can run about maybe 1 or 2 kilometers at least extra from each liter. And the other most benefit is when you pump normal air into a tire, normal air, atmospheric air, it contains moisture. What is moisture? Water vapor, not liquid water. Atmospheric air contain water vapor or else moisture. What happens at night? At night, inside the tire, water droplets are deposited on the tire that can corrode the parts of the tires. Metal part even can corrode. This water droplets at night, when the temperature drops, water can condense inside the tire, because if you pump normal air. But that problem will not arise when you pump nitrogen gas into the vehicle tire. Understood? So see the applications rather than just memorizing. Right? And nitrogen, this is the other most interesting thing. If you take milk powder packet, try to remember rather than just memorizing data, try to remember them with the applications. To whom it is important? Drivers nitrogen important, petrol shed nitrogen important. Not only that, those who are manufacturing milk powder, nitrogen gas is important. How come? Have you ever seen the entire milk powder packet inside the, not the I mean the box, what is this called, cardboard one, not the cardboard one, inside there's a packet, the like polythene like, so inside that there's milk powder, right? This milk powder will have you ever observed this entire thing is completely filled with milk powder? No, they fill air inside, so the rest is filled with air, gas. Here the milk powder, the rest is filled with gas. When you press, you can see that it's gas filled. What is the gas filled into the milk powder packet? What is the gas? Nitrogen gas. When you open the packet, nitrogen is what? Non-toxic. Now also, are you breathing nitrogen in, when you are breathing, are you inhaling nitrogen gas? Yes. When you inhale air, 78% nitrogen goes to your lungs. Nearly 78% atmospheric volume, the composition by volume. So you can't breathe only oxygen. Sometimes the people are storing oxygen cylinders even in COVID situation, but they can't inhale this. That is clinical oxygen. You can't just inhale pure oxygen. You will die. So this is non-toxic gas, non-toxic, colorless, odorless. So then when you open the packet, you don't know whether it's there even. So it goes to the atmosphere. So it prevent. Why nitrogen? Can't we feel normal air here? If you feel normal air, it contain water vapor, moisture. Then the freshness of the milk powder decrease. Right? When you open the packet, it's very fresh. But when you put this milk powder into a bottle, what happened? Now the quality drops after few weeks, because in your kitchen, glass or the plastic bottle, can you feel nitrogen gas above this? Can't. Then what happened? It become normal atmospheric air which contain germs and water vapor, dust particles, everything, right, with oxygen and nitrogen. Therefore, see the application. Therefore, this nitrogen gas prevents the oxidation of food. And the other most important thing, if you take this filament bulb, electric bulbs, the empty space is filled with nitrogen gas. So that also very, very important, because it's less reactive because of triple bond. Why it is less reactive? Because of triple bond. Therefore, it doesn't react with the filament. What happens if you fill normal air? If you fill normal air into the bulb, what happens? Oxygen is present in normal air. Oxygen will react with the filament and filament get burned. That's why you can't fill normal air, then the filament get burned, then you can't use the lamp. Therefore, it is sealed, including nitrogen or helium gas. So without a gas, you cannot have a lamp like this. There are neon lamps, there are krypton lamps, there are xenon lamps, car vehicle headlight. So I can only about lamps, I can talk about the whole day, right? All these chemistry and physics, right? Now back to the next one. Part B. So I'll erase the screen now. Part B, let's see the answers. Part B, look at the screen. Below given are some oxides formed by some elements. Select the amphoteric oxides. Who can give me the answer? Amphoteric oxide. Pratibha? Nisula?
Aluminium oxide.
Yes. Very good. Aluminium oxide, Al2O3. Why it is amphoteric? Because it reacts with both, it has both acidic and basic properties. Please, if you don't know, put an arrow and write. Amphoteric means both acidic and basic properties. Both acidic and basic properties. It has both acidic and basic properties. Both acidic and basic properties. What? Aluminium oxide. That means what? Be careful when you are using aluminium containers for cooking. If it is aluminium, internal surface is what? There's a layer of aluminium oxide. Not pure aluminium. External and outer surface is not pure aluminium, it's oxide. So it's not pure aluminium, it is Al2O3. Aluminium pot, but surface is not pure aluminium, it is aluminium oxide. Aluminium oxide, no reaction again with, even if you heat, no reaction with oxygen. Aluminium oxide, no reaction with water, and is light in weight. It is the most abundant most abundant metal in the earth crust, readily available, light in weight, conduct electricity, conduct heat. That's why it is used, and high melting point. And aluminium oxide less reactive, but if you are putting here dangerous. Vinegar can't. You can't use vinegar here. You should never add vinegar into aluminium or amultial malu and all this one dangerous, because amphoteric it react with vinegar. Vinegar is an acid. Basic food also not good. Mostly we don't use basic food. Mostly acidic food you prepare, right? Okay. So therefore this is applications of science, chemistry in the kitchen, right? So if you are making pol sambar, you take a aluminium plate and put lime or lemon to make pol sambar. That is not good. You have to use a glass or plastic. Don't prepare the acidic food in aluminium. You get aluminium food poisoning. It can cause kidney problems. Therefore, now also doctors advise not to use aluminium cooking pots. If possible, to use clay pots. Clay pots healthy. Aluminium pots easy but not healthy. Clay pots difficult but it's healthy, right? Okay. You can check in your kitchen whether they are using aluminium pots or clay pots for cooking, right? If possible, if you can switch to clay pots, it's very healthy. Aluminium is easy to clean, easy to handle, light in weight. It's not brittle. It is not brittle like clay, but it's not good to our health, right? Then what is the strong basic out of them? What is the most basic oxide? Part 2, what is the answer? I will ask the answer from, I think same set of students always raising the hand for the questions. Some students, they never open the mouth. You know what they are doing, right? I'll ask the answer from Pulsar. Seneca?
Sodium oxide.
Yes, very good. Sodium oxide. Sodium oxide. Na2O. This is also nothing new. It's there in your textbook. Right? This is directly from your textbook. I'll show you page. This your look at page number in your textbook, chapter 3. This page. I think they have given this chapter 3 or chapter 10. Here, it's here. Page number 73. Here, after sodium, can you see here? Amphoteric, acidic, and basic oxide. Right near this question. If you, those who have not done this at home, those who have found this difficult, look at page number 73 in the textbook. They are given a table here. Acidic, amphoteric, and basic oxides. From this one, they have asked the question. Okay. Right near the question, page number 73 textbook. Some students, they don't know from where they have asked this question, from which lesson even. Some students, they don't know. Therefore, my advice, you should be familiar with the textbook note also. Then you should know from where they have asked this question, whether it's from the syllabus or not, whether it's from out of the syllabus or within from the syllabus, right? Number 3, what is the oxide used to produce antacid? What is the answer for this one? To produce antacids. What are antacids? So gastritis, they use antacids. Gastritic patients. Antacids are not acids. They are weak bases. What within brackets right below antacid? Weak bases. They are weak bases or basic oxides. They are weak bases or basic oxides. Right. I'll ask the answer from Anuk.
Magnesium oxide.
Magnesium oxide, very good, Anuk. Answer is correct. MgO. Magnesium oxide is weakly basic. Can you drink sodium oxide? No, it is strongly basic. Means strongly basic also corrosive, strongly acidic also corrosive. You get various pills now, gastritis, diagene, and all these contain weak bases. So this is called actually milk of magnesia. What is the commercial name? Milk of magnesia. Right. That is magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide. Milk of magnesium, magnesium hydroxide. Right. Oxides and hydroxides of magnesium weakly basic. Next question. A calculation. Find the number of oxygen atoms in 5 moles of aluminium oxide. Number of oxygen atoms, not moles. Now 5 moles. Okay. This is a good question. I'll erase the screen. Calculation last part. Find the number of moles of oxygen in 5 moles of aluminium oxide. Who can give me the answer for this? Ask the answer from Sumela, Ayad.
5x, 3x, 6.022 times 10 to the power 23.
Sujivani, Pulsara.
2.1022 into 10 to the power 24.
Okay.
15 oxygen atoms.
Okay, I got different answers. Now, this is how you find it. If they, okay, there are two ways. This one, everyone, you have to pay attention to this because most of the students, they have done it wrong, I think. Number of oxygen atoms. Right. Number of oxygen, that's the question word. If they ask number of moles, number of moles of oxygen atoms, then the answer will be 5 into 3. 5 into 3, you get 15 moles of oxygen atom. Okay, that question they haven't asked me. If they ask number of moles of oxygen atom, then the answer will be what? 15 moles of oxygen atoms. Understood? Oxygen atoms. Now, number of oxygen atoms. Then number of moles of oxygen atom 15 moles. Then number of oxygen atoms, you have to multiply 15 into Avogadro constant. Okay, I'll write then. First you have to write number of moles of oxygen atom in Al2O3 5 moles. 5 into 3 15 moles of oxygen atom. Second step we will find our answer. Number of oxygen atoms equal, I'll write below this, I have no space here. Second step, I'll use the white this screen. Right. Now you can see the screen clearly. Now let's see, number of oxygen atoms equal, number of oxygen atoms equal 15 mole into Avogadro constant. 15 moles into Avogadro constant. What is the unit of Avogadro constant? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. What is the unit of Avogadro constant? Per mole. Per mole. Then mole and per mole get cancelled. Mole and per mole get cancelled. Mole per mole get cancelled. Then you will get the final answer in mole, just without the units. So then when you multiply this, what? 15 times 6.022. 10 to the power 23, no change. You can multiply this. If you multiply this, you get 15 into 6.022. 6.022. So you get 90.33. 90.33 into 10 to the power 23. But scientific notation, so this is how you put the answer in. This is called scientific notation, 10 to the power 23. But you cannot have only one digit before the decimal place. So how can we make one digit before the decimal place? You can shift this decimal place here. Then it become what? 9.033 into 10 to the power 23 become 10 to the power 24. 10 to the power 23 become 10 to the power 24. Please raise the hand those who got this answer. How many of you got this answer? Those who have done this before me, please raise the hand. Those who got 0.33. 9 into 10 to the power 24 at least enough. Or 90 into 10 to the power 23. Or 9 into 10 to the power 24. One of that. So very good. Again I am repeating. Before you find oxygen atoms, you should know the number of moles of oxygen atom. What is the equation to calculate number of atoms? So I will write the common equation here. Number of atoms equal number of moles into Avogadro constant. This is the common equation. Number of atoms equal number of moles, n is moles, into Avogadro constant. But if they give just Al2O3, then you can write just 3 atoms. Only, like if they tell only one Al2O3, then just 3 atoms. If they tell 1 mole, 1 into Avogadro constant. When one mole of Al2O3 has 3 moles of oxygen 3 moles, then you get 3 into Avogadro constant. Here 5 moles, that's why 3 into 5, 15 moles of oxygen into Avogadro constant. Here 15 moles of these oxygen moles into Avogadro constant, that is moles or moles. Understood? The common equation also write here separately. This is the common equation, number of atoms equal moles into Avogadro constant. Clear? Okay, shall I erase this? Anyone still copying down? This is the common equation to find the number of atoms of molecules. Right? Anyone still writing in some hurry up with that? Okay. When you're done, please lower your hand. So this calculation part bit important. I'll give one more example, then you'll understand this. Shall I erase this? Okay, Thamindu, Vidatta and Insam, when you're done, please lower your hand. Right. Okay, I'll give one more example. Okay, I'm giving this question. I have 1 mole of glucose, C6H12O6. Now I want to find moles of oxygen. Moles of oxygen atom. Oxygen moles. Number of moles of oxygen atoms. Oxygen atoms. How many? Yes, 1 into 6. You get 6 moles of oxygen. Understood? I want to find moles of hydrogen atoms. How many? 12 moles. Okay. Now if you want to find number of oxygen atoms, not moles, just be careful, moles and atoms. Oxygen atomic moles and oxygen atoms. So the next step, I want to find the atoms. Before you find oxygen atoms, you should know the moles of oxygen. Then I'll tell what? 6 into Avogadro constant. 6 into Avogadro constant. That is the same. They can change only the molecule in the exam. That this method they can't change. Okay, what is the first step? I'll highlight the first step. First you find the moles of oxygen in glucose. In glucose. In glucose, the moles of oxygen. So this is the first one. Then you go for the next step, number 2, number of atoms. So that's what I did in the previous one also, the calculation in your textbook. Understood? Now remember, if you are given here 5 moles, then what happened? If you are given here 5 moles, I'll change like this. I will make here 5 moles of glucose. Then what happened? This become 5 into 6, 30 moles. Understood? Then this become how many moles? 30. That's it. Understood? So that they can change like this. If they give here, I'll give one more example. If they give here 3 moles of oxygen, 3 moles of glucose, then oxygen will be 3 into 6, 18 moles of oxygen. Moles, mole of glucose, then oxygen also you get in moles. Oxygen also you get in moles. And here also moles. Then you get here, how many moles of this one? You get 30 moles. Sorry, 18 moles. 18 moles of oxygen into Avogadro constant. So they can change this one. This one they can change. I mean the moles they can change, and they can change the molecule. That's it. The method is same. It's not hard at all. So some students they don't learn the concept, learn the technique. Then they can change only the molecule and the moles. The method is same. First you find the atomic moles, then you convert that into atoms. Some students they look at only the formula and tell us 6 oxygen atoms. That is wrong. That is wrong. That is if you take 1 glucose, 1 man, 2 hands. What 1 mole of man you can't tell 2 hands. You understand what I'm saying now? 1 man, 2 hands. But if I tell 1 mole of humans, can you tell 2 hands? No. You have to tell 2 moles into Avogadro constant, 2 moles of hands into Avogadro constant. 1 mole of human, 2 moles of hands, 2 moles of hands into Avogadro constant. Okay. Now, shall I erase this? Anyone still copying down this? Since most of you have not done the previous one, I explained, I gave additional example. Anyone still copying down this? Shall I erase? Okay. Now I'll ask simple question. Glucose molecule. One glucose molecule. How many oxygen atoms? Who can give me the answer? One glucose, how many oxygen? Ayat?
6.
6 atoms, just count it. 6 atoms, 6 oxygen atoms. 6 oxygen atoms, right? 6 oxygen atoms. One glucose, total atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms. 12 hydrogen atoms. And 6 carbon atoms. 6 carbon atoms. 6 carbon atoms. Then total atoms will be what? 24 atoms total. So this also you should better copy down, total 12. But if you take, this is number 1. Number 2, I'll take 1 mole of glucose. 1 mole of glucose. Now now different scenario. Now you have to tell the answer also in mole. 6 moles of oxygen. 6 moles of oxygen atoms. Not just oxygen. 6 moles of oxygen atoms. 6 moles of oxygen atoms. The number of oxygen atoms will be 6 into Avogadro constant. Don't mix up these two. 6 into Avogadro constant number of oxygen atoms. So this is two different technique. If they give mole, you have to give the answer also in the same format. First you find the oxygen moles and then find the atoms. So the top one without directly is like one man, two hands, like that, right? So this is two things. One glucose, 24 atoms, just count in. But if you take 1 mole of glucose, then first you have to find the oxygen atomic moles and then multiply by the Avogadro constant. Please copy down this also, everyone. Glucose molecule, this is single molecule. Glucose molecule here. Glucose molecule, 24 atoms total. Now if you want to find the total atoms in this, then what should I put here? Who can give me the answer? If I want to find 1 mole of glucose total atoms, what is the number I should put here? Instead of 6, what should I put here? Any volunteers? If I want to find the total atoms in 1 mole of glucose, what is the number I should put instead of 6? Yes? Netu? Sujivani? Randir?
24.
24.
24.
Yeah, very good, excellent. 24, yes, 24 I had to put here. That means you have to put this one here, right? 24 atoms, 24 atomic moles, right? So if it is, if I want to find total atoms, so far they haven't asked this question even in oral papers, right? So therefore please copy down. If they ask total atoms, 24. If they ask hydrogen atoms here, if they ask hydrogen atoms in 1 mole of glucose, then what should I put here? Instead of 6, I have to put 12. Number of hydrogen atoms, I should change here 12. Number of carbon atoms 6. Total atoms 24. This one will change. Understood? Right. Anyone still copying down? Shall I erase this? Right. Hurry up with that. Okay, back to the paper. Now, no point of just copying down the answers in the paper class if you don't know how to do it. Understood? Right. Okay, now let's move back to the paper again. So from each, like any class, you should learn something new. So you have to, at the end of the class, you have to think, what did I learn new today? Did I learn something new from the sir? So you have to check that. You have to recall that. Close your eyes and check, what did I learn within this? Did I learn anything new? Did I learn any technique new today from this class? Otherwise, if you are just looking at the question and writing only the answers, so then even if you do 100 papers, you will not improve. Right. Then part B from part C from this is 10 Newton and 50 Newton. I'll make a small scale this diagram here. Then it's easy. 50 Newton. I'll draw the diagram again here. This is the figure they have given. 10 Newton and 50 Newton parallel. Same direction, 10 Newton and 15 Newton. That's how they have given, no? 10 and 15, yeah, 10 and 15. Right. So it is placed on a horizontal surface like this. Right, horizontal surface, there's a block. Two students applied enough forces, 50 Newton weight. Okay, weight is 50 Newton. 50 Newton weight. A box placed on the smooth. Smooth means no friction. Remember, in the exam, if they give smooth, that means friction is low. No friction. Friction assumed to be 0. Now they ask, find the resultant force. Who can give me the answer for the part 1? The other students, more than 50 students, so then they say like about 6-7 students, so every time the same set of names appear when I ask to raise the hand. So remember, if you open your mouth, you will improve. Otherwise, only I will be improving. Only the sir will be improving because only every time I am talking. So you also should get the maximum benefit because I will try my best to ask at least one answer from each student if you are raising the hand. Right. Anyway, I'll ask the answer. V1 sir. Insam.
5 newtons.
Yes, it is 25 Newton. 10 plus 15. So the total resultant force, the sum of both these, 25 Newton. I'll write the answer here. 10 plus 15, 25 Newton. 25 Newton. Right. Next one. One child applied 10 Newton force to pull the box, another child Newton force to push the box towards same direction. Find the resultant force exerted by two children. They have the same question, no? Pulling and pushing. This is different. Yeah, sorry. The same thing, but direction opposite. Here pull. Here, please highlight these two active words. 10 Newton pulling and the other one pushing. So that means now it's in opposite direction. I'll make a small sketch now for this one, part 2. So this side say pull 15 Newton and this side you push this. Newton. One is pushing, the other one is pulling. In the same direction highlight. Be careful. Please underline or highlight. Same direction highlight. Pull highlight. Pull. You get the same answer. Same answer. Answer will be 25 Newton. 25 Newton. If it is same direction, it is 25 Newton. Right. So the same answer you get again. Next one. In the second instance, 8 Newton frictional force exerted on the object by the surface. Draw the diagram to show the force acting on the box when just start to move. When it just begins to move. The force is acting. So this is how you can make a small scale this diagram. You can have the frictional force backwards like this. Friction acting backward. How many Newton? 8 Newton. 8 Newton frictional force. Forward 10 Newton and 15 Newton. That's it. Or you can mark the resultant force. In the second instance, then it should be other way around. Sorry. Second instance, you put here say 15 Newton and here will be 10 Newton. 10 Newton. So this is in the second instance, the itself you can mark. If you want in the second diagram itself, you can put this one friction 8 Newton. That was okay. Instead of if you only can mark these two separately. Right. 10 Newton. Next one. What is dynamic frictional force? Right. Friction experienced by moving object is called dynamic friction. What is dynamic friction? Friction experienced by moving objects. Friction experienced by moving objects. Any moving objects, the friction is called dynamic frictional force. Sometimes we call it this kinetic friction sometimes. Dynamic means friction between any two surfaces in relative motion. When it's moving, the surface is moving, when the object is moving. Experienced by moving objects. Next one. Show the box suspended by 4 strings attached to the 4 corners. What is the tension force acting on each string? So if it is balanced, who can give me the answer for the part 5? Yes. Part 5. I'll ask the answer from Insam, Netu.
12.5 Newton.
Yes, 50 should be divided by 4. It's get equal. Imagine carom board. Carom board you hang like this on the ceiling or somewhere. Then what happen? If it is balanced, 50 Newton get divided equally among these 4. Equally. That means what? 50 Newton should be divided by 4. Then you each get 12.5 Newton. You can mark this if you want. 12.5, 12.5, 12.5 like that. Right. So that is the answer for the last one. Right. So then it's already 7:24. Then we have to start the next paper. That's the end of this paper. Now this Northwestern Province paper. Northwestern Province paper I'll be discussing. We can do one or few questions today itself. First few I'll ask the answers. Please raise the hand those who have done this at home. Northwestern Province paper. Second term. Okay. Who can give me the answer for the part from other students now raise the hand. The others, those who never raise the hand, at least this MCQ, the first MCQ, can you tell me the answer? Those who never raise the hand. Yes? First MCQ. Lahiru? Anything?
So fructose, sir.
Saucer.
Yes, very good. Answer is that. Yeah, fructose. I'll mark the answer. Second MCQ. If you want, you can mark here cellulose polysaccharide, maltose disaccharide. These two disaccharide. These two disaccharide. This one is polysaccharide. This is poly, this is di, and the other one is mono. Question number 2. Moment. The moment. What is the unit? What is the unit of the moment? Answer I'll ask from Shalini. Pratibha.
Third one.
Sarah. Right. Answer is what is the
Answer.
yeah, it is force into distance in FD. So force measured in Newton, distance measured in meters. So the answer is Newton meter. Answer is third. Right? Answer is third. Question number 2. Answer is third. Right. Then next one. Question number 3. Who can give me the answer? Statement about ribosomes and Golgi complex. Third MCQ. Any volunteers? I'll ask the answer from Pulsara, Senuka, Nisula, Dahamdi.
Secretion and protein synthesis.
Fourth answer.
Yeah, very good. Answer is for secretion, Golgi complex, and ribosomes protein synthesis. What is the main function of ribosome? Protein synthesis. If you know at least ribosomes the main function, then you can get the answer easily. Right. Question number 4. Question number 4. Who can give me the answer? Akil? Can't hear.
Ambe.
Harini? Lahiru? Answer is
Fourth one.
fourth one.
Sir.
Okay, fourth. Low melting point. Okay, covalent. Do not conduct electricity in aqueous solution. That is also covalent. Making lattice. Yes, some covalent compounds can form lattices. Actually, there are covalent compounds. Actually, they don't make lattices. So most of you will get the fourth answer. Covalent compounds making lattice, it's accepted in ALL, but overall there's a problem because not all the covalent compound. If you take ice, that is a lattice, can make lattices. Okay, iodine is a lattice, molecular lattice. They can form what lattices? Since they are not given, if you want, you can write here covalent compounds mostly form molecular lattices. Molecular lattice. Write example ice. Write example ice. Right. Okay. And iodine, right? Naphthalene, kapuru, like that. So they are called molecular lattices. Right? So then we will take the answer as 4. Otherwise, you can't. If they put here atomic lattice, then it's very difficult. Oh, covalent compounds won't form atomic lattices. Okay. So then we'll do the rest next week, right? We'll do the rest next week, and please complete the remaining questions of this paper. I'll be discussing this, and the other one 100 MCQs chemistry paper. This 100 MCQs chemistry paper also, last 40 MCQs we have to discuss. Last 40 MCQs we have to discuss, right? Okay, then we'll stop for today. Have a good day. Stay safe and God bless you.